crypts. That seems to be quite typical for sessile serrated adenomas. So I hope this helps you a little bit in understanding and trying to recognize these polyps better. But again, this is not very clear cut. So how about the polypectomy? This has been said already, just some data. We know more and more that these polypectomies are often done erratically. And Heiko Pohl has published last year in Gastroenterology a paper on all polyps, but it came out very clearly that of all polyps, 10% was erratically resected, but these were very much represented by the serrated polyps. And what he did, it was just after polypectomy he took biopsies. The same endoscopist did, so I do think there is some bias within that work. But still, I think this highlights the problem that if you don't see the borders clearly, your chance of being irradical with your polypectomy is large. There's two ways, and I've heard already some discussion, and I don't go into detail on polypectomy techniques, but later on today, absolutely it will be done. So there's two ways to do it. I think one way, and this is what I've been doing a lot up until quite recently, is just lift them with some stained saline. Usually I put some methylene blue, some drops in it, and it becomes very clear, the borders. So it helps you a lot in seeing the borders and being radical. And you can judge it easily afterwards as well. This is done hot. I think more and more polypectomies also in my practice are being done cold, because we know now it doesn't increase the risk for bleeding, and it can be done more easily and quickly. However, still remember that you do need to be very sure about your borders. If you do cold polypectomy afterwards, it's more difficult to judge, because it gets swollen, it gets bleedy. So you have to be sure up front you're going to be radical. And the real cold polypectomy technique is taking a normal rim of tissue alongside and not to be just on the edge. And especially, again, I would like to stress, for these polyps, this is very, very important. If you're not very good at it and you're not sure, please do it this way. It does take more time, but you can see clearly the borders and you are going to be sure about your radicality. And if you take the effort to take it out, then do it complete, I would say. So how about that serrated polyposis? The definition is clear. It has been updated from 2000 in 2010. These are the patients with at least 5 serrated polyps proximal to the sigmoid column, and 2 of these should be larger than 10 millimeter. There's a second criteria that we never ever use, and I think is really useless and should be taken out.